All right, guys, so I'm just getting home. Today we went and we picked up a freaking motorcycle. Wasn't planning to buy a motorcycle this morning when I was just, perusing around on the old Facebook Marketplace, but this bike popped up pretty close to my house, 30 minutes away, and it was a great deal. Well, sort of a great deal. It's a good deal, but I got this bike for $1,000. Runs and drives. It's a 2002 Honda VTX 1800. I think it's the C, which is the custom version, but it's got some really cool kind of purple paint on it. Some crap, blah, blah, blah. It's got a few things I don't like that front fairing thing that's been added. We got to kind of fix this thing up back to stock. There's a lot of aftermarket parts. Some of them are showing their age. Some of them have been damaged and stuff and blah, blah, blah. But the guy was able to jump on the bike, drove it around, runs and drives. I need to get a battery for it. He thinks that maybe there's some issue with the fuel pressure regulator, which is like a $40 or $50 part, so that's no big deal. I'll get a new one of those. And then a lot of it's just some maintenance. We're gonna shine the thing up. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do this winter with this bike is we'll kind of do a bunch of videos on it, some how-to stuff. A lot of it just needs to be cleaned up. Maybe we'll polish all the paint. There's some issues with the paint, just as far as just needs to be, maybe color corrected, right, and polished up, and then we'll get this thing looking good. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or if I'm just going to get it all kind of fixed up, put it on down the road, but I don't have a motorcycle. I do have room for a motorcycle, so maybe we'll keep it. My kids are getting old enough now. They're 9 and 10. My youngest daughter was like, "Dad, look, it's got a seat for me. It's got the backrest and everything." So maybe this summer we will be cruising this thing. We'll see, but we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get it unloaded, give you guys a quick close-up. All right, successfully got it off of the trailer. That's always the scariest part, backing these things down. So again, let's go over kind of what it needs. So the dude told us, well, we know it needs a battery because we had to jump start it, but it did fire right up. It seemed to run fine. So he was saying something about it stalled on him and he's had some little bit of issues. He thinks it's a fuel pressure regulator, which again, those are like $50, $45, so no big deal. And it's easy to replace. It also needs brake pads, he said, on the front. It's supposedly got pretty new tires. It's hard to tell. I mean, there's a lot of tread on them, but as far as whether they're dry rotted, they're kind of dirty, so it's a little hard to tell, but I think tires are going to be good. I just see a lot of hokey electrical stuff the dude's added, like, it's got aftermarket front turn signals. He tried to add like a radio and stuff. And look at these things. That's PVC, like piping. Like it's so ghetto. So we're gonna get that stuff removed, get that off there. We'll put back on either some stock lights or some nicer OEM style lights on this thing and have it looking good. It just needs to be really cleaned up and just, make it reliable, make it nice. These bars I'm not a fan of either. I was just sitting on here and they're really, you could do some adjustment to it, but not a big fan of those. So we'll switch the bars out. I actually have some Z bars that I've had for probably 15 years, so I could probably put those on there and swap it out, but let me get you in close. So we can see overall the paint's pretty good. You can see where there was a sticker on here before, so again, I'm gonna teach you how to polish, girl. You'll be polishing it out. A lot of the chrome's pretty decent. Some of the bolts and stuff are starting to kind of rust. You can see just a little bit coming through. So I'll probably replace a lot of the fasteners.
Where do you press the gas?
This is the gas up here, buddy.
I thought so, because I remember the guy was like, rah, rah.
This thing is kind of hideous. Maybe if it was painted, but I'm not a big fan of that.
Look at this. It's like you can put your phone in here.
Then this thing, yeah, this is ghetto too. I don't
put
know
your
what the
phone
hell.
in there, bro.
He put me, look at this thing. So, we'll get all that stuff off. And then look at this janky wiring that's coming through here from this stuff. So we're gonna get all that out of here.
It right now?
And just basically get it cleaned up, get it running, see what's up. All right, so I'll make a new video update in a few days. I'm gonna order a new battery today, and when that gets here, then we can fire this thing up. We could jump start it, but that's too much work. It's Sunday, we got pumpkins to carve. We're getting close to Halloween. So we'll get a new video in a few days. We'll get some running and driving action on the next nice day we have. And then, we'll get a few videos rocking in this thing. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you boys on the next one.